What's up, beautiful people? I'm looking at the mic and not the camera. I'm a dork.
Yes.
Anyways, this is So Like You Know, the podcast your mother warned you about. I'm Bo.
And I'm JP.
Shell will not be joining us this evening. She has had a rough week. If anyone out there saw, she lost her car. Well, she didn't lose it. It just got badly damaged.
Most likely totaled out.
Yeah, sad panda. You never want to lose a car. It's like a baby. I would legit cry if I lost my Jeep. Hardcore. But I've been rear-ended 3 times and I drove away. So, hooray for Jeeps!
Yeah, but now you have like a Minecraft hitch on there, so...
I did. I might have welded something that will hurt other people before it hurts me. Pay attention to where you're driving. Anyways, guys, this is the show for February 22nd, 2018. And if you like us, don't forget we do a live show every Thursday at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time right here on Spreaker.com/SOYK Radio. We're also on Facebook and Twitter at SOYK Radio and all over the place. You can really just Google us and find us because that's what we do. Yes, Liz, she does seem to be okay, just super duper bummed out, which is sad.
People forget how to drive in the snow.
Yeah.
Which in this state is weird because we're covered in snow for like half the year.
Yeah. And accidents do happen. It's just unfortunate. You can never know. I mean, it's just...
My brother-in-law was in an accident because like he hit black ice and it's like, he started the braking thing when you're supposed to when you're supposed to, but it's like he hit that little patch of ice and it's like just gonna hit this median then. So
yeah,
they gave him a ticket for blocking traffic.
That sucks.
I was just like, are you kidding me? It's like, well, you didn't stop early enough. It's like, yeah, he did.
Yeah, my closest I ever came to actually running into someone. Aside from just being stupid and kind of like, but no, I was in the snow and I was coming off Colorado, right over the bridge, and I was coming down, and this is when the bridge was a lot steeper than it is now, and I was coming down the hill and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna hit this car, and I was just stopping. There was nothing I could do, so I just turned my wheels and jumped the curb, and I just like cranked my wheels hard so like the insides were like riding the curb and you felt my car like brrr.
Dang.
And I was like, I stopped. Woo! I win!
Because like that crazy video of like cars in the snow ramming into each other on the slope, isn't that like Powers and North or South Carolina?
I think it's
or Constitution.
There's one on Constitution and I think there's one on Carefree.
Yeah, there was that video you just see like people from their balcony. From their safety of their balcony, just watching cars like brake. Like they're not even in screen and they're already braking and they're just like coming into the screen sideways.
Yeah, exactly. Also, hi Sherry, what's up? What's up, Wayne? And I'm glad Brad got his car back. That sucks. The tow truck hit him?
Oh yeah, that's right too. The tow truck that was coming to like tow him away hit him, like slid into him as well.
That is so sucky.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. That sucks. But yeah. So I mean, it's been snowing pretty good around here. Amazingly, the snow's lasted for like 3 days, and it snowed
cold,
every day. Yeah, I mean, normally it like melts the next day in Colorado. It's just how it works. And then every once in a while, you get one that lasts like 3 days to a week. So that's just Colorado though, and I like it. I love it. I want as much as I can of it. I won't say the actual lyrics because that song sucks. Oh, that's right, because all country sucks. And you can hate me for all you want for that one, because it's true. Yes, so I want to make sure I talk about our awesome sponsor, that's Hanginz, Hanginz. They make an awesome product that allows you to attach your phone to your neck, your wrist, your purse, your backpack, to keep it from falling to the ground. It's only $4.99 with free shipping. Go to our website, So Like You Know, click on the link on the bottom right-hand side, or go to our websites, go to Google, just Google it. That's Hanginz, Hanginz. Z, because it's the thing to get. But yes, so this week we are not doing a craft brewing review. We are drinking beer from the fridge, which is fine.
Beer fridge. Fridge beer. You could.
Were you thinking too? That would be nice right there.
Instead of being like, oh yeah, the show's about to start, and
Go grab a beer!
Running
Yeah,
downstairs.
just snag the beer right there. We need a slick fridge. Does anyone want to send us a slick fridge? That would be awesome. And like a top area for like tequila. I think that sounds pretty good to me.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, guys, moving right along into Slick Feed.
Where we geek on your week.
Yeah, boy. So, from BBC News, we got a bit of a hilarious report of a crazy Chinese lady.
It's not so crazy.
I mean, to go... Okay. Before we start doing that, let's explain what's going on. So, if you guys didn't know, most of you Overwatchers probably do, the Chinese New Year is happening right now. And as JP informed me, I basically knew a little bit about this.
It's the year of the dog.
Yes. That people carry mass amounts of money with them to give away. Because apparently they are very nice people. I don't get that.
It's tradition.
But that's alright with me. You do you, boo. You do you. I'm not gonna kink shame. But, I mean, in their effort to try to be very philanthropic, they, like I said, carry mass amounts of money. And this woman was going through airport security, and her purse going through the security terminal, or the security screening, the x-ray machine, assume had bunches of money in it. And she did not want to let that thing go.
No, she did not.
So to the point where she actually chased it through the machine. Here's a photo of her sitting in the machine, doggy style, protecting her goods.
You should have had the other one, the more like Silent Hill.
Oh, that one was just creepy.
Yeah.
I should have got one of that too. It was like a video of it, and it literally looks like a Silent Hill like demon.
Because like her head's like she was moving her head, and like her face was stretching in the machine.
Yeah, it's just super eerie.
It just
super eerie.
Hey man, that's so weird. It's like I'm not gonna do this. It's like this happening.
Yeah.
And apparently the people, the TSA agents that were doing that at that airport were pointing and watching, and then this woman just comes out of like those plastic divider things. I was like,
did you happen to see if she got on her flight after that?
She did.
Really?
Yep.
That seems...
that wouldn't have happened in the States, I don't think.
No. In the States, she would have been arrested. Hardcore.
But after she got X-ray scanned.
Yeah, afterwards.
Well, I mean, that's more of a thorough scan. That's pretty much their body scan anyway. So it's just like, whatever.
Yeah. Just bombard your body with tons of radioactive, isotopes, and don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, but it's so weird. I can't... Is she holding her bag? Or is she like... I don't know how that
I'm not sure.
Looks.
Honestly, when you look at the picture, it looks like a giant pot of chili spilled in the photo.
Yeah.
Here, let me full screen this so you can kind of... It looks like a giant pot of chili spilled somehow.
Yeah.
And she's trying to protect it. Kind of
it's
like...
how's life going? I make my own chili.
You guys should watch The Office if you hadn't, by the way. Wayne says he has a beer fridge for us. I don't remember this conversation. Ooh. Was I drunk? It's very possible I was drunk. Or buzzed.
My sister gave away her mini fridge to my brother.
Sad panda.
Who's in Australia.
We'll never get it. AJ, mail the fridge to us. We need it. Not saying that mailing would probably be more expensive than the fridge itself, but... What's up, Tara?
Hiya.
So yeah, super crazy lady. I don't know. I would have to wonder how much money was in that she was just like, fuck it, I'm going through this damn thing.
A lot of money is a different amount of money for different people.
Well, yeah, that's true. Then she might have had like 50,000 yen in there.
She
like
even
$20 or something.
She's some old cranky, some ornery old lady that's like, oh no.
Maybe,
it's like
maybe some sort of wizard.
Yeah. A kung fu wizard. One of the most dangerous wizards.
Most dangerous.
Which, that's every type of bender in Avatar.
Yeah.
They are Kung Fu wizards.
They are. What nation would you choose?
I don't know. I think water, just for the fact that, like, I could slap people with, like, octopus, like, water arms.
Okay. What nation would you choose if you didn't have bending abilities?
I do like that cabbages guy, so I'd probably be at the Earth Nation. I would probably end up being the cabbage guy. My cabbages!
I think mine would be about the same. I mean, when you just look at the Earth Nation, it just looks like that traditional niceness.
Plus, like, the Water Nations are getting devastated.
Yeah. And, but if I would go for water abilities because bloodbending is fucking cool. It's terrifyingly awesome.
Which is weird, because I thought, like, bloodbending, I understand there's water in there, but, like, couldn't earthbenders bloodbend too for the amount of iron?
If you really analyze it, I mean, firebenders could set your blood on fire. Earthbenders could definitely do the same thing waterbenders are doing. Then again, I mean, there's definitely a lot more water than iron in your blood.
True.
But even if the earthbenders were to pull all the iron out of your body at once,
it's also some type of carbon.
That's true.
Like, so.
I wonder what earthbenders are bending, actually. Is it any earth?
Well,
at all? Because you got metal benders and earthbenders.
Yeah. Some sand, too.
And sandbenders, you're right. Because of those, the
dudes,
they had this...
Avatar Last Airbender podcast.
Luke says their benders are more mancer than wizard, but he would go water bending for healing ability. That's fair. I mean, that would be pretty awesome.
So I could whip someone and then heal them.
Wait, I got this. Don't worry.
Why does someone keep hurting me? I would do it like from the shadows.
And you're just like holding them still while you're doing this, though.
And then there's like, oh, that's the $100.
The most jacked up doctor ever. If you pay me, I'll hurt you and then fix it. If you don't pay me,
I'll just hurt you.
I'll just hurt you. Yeah, water, totally. Anyways, where the hell are we at? So, yeah. Speaking of body, someone had some issues with their body.
For all the reasons to think of why a person would be thrown off a flight, I wouldn't think farting would be one of them.
No.
So,
yeah.
So there was this European flight earlier this week that was a bit interesting for passengers. So this man boarded the plane, they say on the heavier set side, and just like was farting away. Just he was fully loaded and just letting it rip. And I guess the farting and the noise and the smell was so bad enough that two Dutchmen on the flight yelled at him to stop, and he was like, no. And then that started an altercation on the flight, and so they deviated and landed, and 4 people were taken off the flight.
Dude, all I'm saying, if some dude is really bad gas and he's ripping them, socking him in the stomach isn't going to make
that fight's probably worse, because it just like spills out into everything.
Like, it's one of those things you actually start to see a green cloud form. It's like, are these cartoons? What is going on?
It's recycled air anyway, so...
Oh, gross. Liz says some of those are biological weapons. I mean, it really is. If they don't filter the air right, you could die of fart.
Mm-hmm.
Not like farting. Maybe you could die. Could you die of farting?
Of farting, or like the byproduct of suffocation?
Of farting.
Of suffocation.
Can you like fart so bad that like you blow your whole insides out? What if you fart out your intestines? I'm getting too deep into this conversation.
I think you would still live because it's just your intestines.
That's true.
So
that's true. Plenty of people have lost all kinds of them.
If it pulls like other vital organs down out with it, you might die.
Like you're ripping it so hard, just everything goes and out. It goes out. Yes. Wait, what? It's never fun to wake up with that taste in your mouth. Liz, what has happened to you?
Phrasing.
What has happened to you? I'm so sorry. I mean, you have heard the tale, and I've seen it firsthand, of friends farting on each other's pillows causing pink eye.
Oh, we did that in Afghanistan. You know, people fall asleep in the movie room.
Uh,
They're just like mouth open, and it just like they would get one of the things that's like, and it's just like, oh, and they would wake up and like their head would
oh, Jesus.
hit butt cheek.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they're
asshole.
playing, like, you just sit up so fast. I mean, basically, it's like, bloop. You know, playing Eskimos with...
Dude, that's gross. I was inside of you.
You'd be like giving Eskimo kisses to a chocolate starfish. Oh, Eskimo kisses to a chocolate starfish. Statements that should never be made. But yeah, so I mean, absolutely terrible. I don't know. That's not a plane I would want to be on. I could only hope. I would be passed the hell out.
The stewardess were apparently like laughing at it the whole time, but I just,
Understandable.
man,
They'd be losing their shit.
people were in tears, and I don't know whether it'd be like laughing tears or because like the smell is so bad they're in
Like
tears.
or like tear gas.
Yeah.
Luke says a large enough buildup of methane is flammable. Oh yeah. I mean, you've seen plenty of the YouTube videos of people lighting their farts on fire. Lighting their fights on fire. So, just absolute madness. Much like something that happened on the recent Carnival cruise.
Carnival, you just can't keep... You're like the EA of, like, cruises.
So, recently there was quite the brawl on a Carnival cruise. So, several fights... Farts. Several fart fights.
Probably having a lot of farts there, too.
Probably. I mean, you know you get socked in the stomach hard enough, you're going to rip it.
Or poop it.
Or poop it. That's
the worst childhood game. You know the rip it, bop it, and spin it? I'm thinking of, like, a terrible game.
Yes. Several fights broke out over a 10-day cruise, including two that were actually captured on camera, and shows videos of guests going through throwing punches at each other on the pool deck and the ship nightclub. So basically what had happened was a family or a group had gone around and decided they were going to fight everyone on the cruise.
They wanted to own the ship, so they were roaming around in gangs, punching like 16-year-old teens and like any other person that was by themselves. Other passengers were told not to go out alone on a cruise ship, and that's fucking scary. That's like gangs of New York on a cruise ship, but you can't leave New York because it's a fucking cruise ship.
And you always hear about these things in like cartoons. When you go to prison, you got to find the biggest, toughest guy and just beat him up. But apparently on a Carnival cruise, you have to find the smallest, weakest, and just punch them in the face.
Yeah. People were recording it, and it's a 10-day cruise, and they docked early in Australia to board these unruly passengers and on a smaller boat, and everyone else cheered and booed them as they were leaving. But that's fucking crazy. It's just like, yeah, just a group, your family or close friends.
Was this a UK cruise?
No, it was in Australia.
It was an Australian cruise?
South Pacific.
Okay, I was going to say, if it's a UK cruise, and they're going around from Britain, bringing them to Australia, and they just dumped a bunch of prisoners off, that would be hilarious.
That's freaking crazy. Usually if you're ever on a cruise, like, you don't have any worries. Not much less you don't have to worry about getting beaten up just from walking the hallways.
Your biggest worry should be whether or not the clams and shrimp were fresh. Which, from what I understand, they usually aren't. Liz commented on the farting. I was trying to sleep in peace and tasted something foul. I can never unlive that experience. So, it wasn't you, right?
I mean, protein shakes. They're very potent.
Anyways, back to the Carnival fights. Which also sounds exciting. But Yeah, so...
I mean, that's something you would never forget if you were on that cruise.
Someone farting in your mouth or a fight?
No, that brawl.
Oh,
that
yeah.
thing.
Yes.
It's like, how many... There's no other cruise liner that can give you that.
No, I've decided as of now that they need the Fight Club cruise liner.
I mean, they're in international waters, so they could probably do that.
I mean, literally, they just go out, they just start brawling hardcore. All the nice stuff is, like, locked off during the ship. If you want to go out, you can. You can fight whoever you want.
That probably does happen on a metal cruise.
I would imagine so.
Mosh pits?
Yeah. I feel like people would get thrown off that damn ship. They'd have to have, like, super high walls.
Like half the ship is security.
Yeah, exactly. Liz says, get off the Carnival cruise and then hop right onto a United flight.
Oh, man.
You become the strongest. You can take over the sea and the air.
Just a whole bunch of fisticuffs this week.
Yes. Yeah.
Strange X-rays.
It's just madness. That's really what it is. That's what it comes down to. Absolute madness.
You know what? That woman, she actually looks like a silhouette of the monsters from Stranger Things.
Yes, she does. Perfect. Fight Club cruise. See, Luke, he's right on the same point with us. I don't know. Craziness, awesomeness. But speaking of that, you guys should check out Shell Shock Cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys have listened to the show before, you do know that our other co-host, Shell, does have a cosplay page where she does all kinds of awesome, cool cosplay. But more recently, she is largely involved in a jousting theatrical group called Knights of the Tempest. So if you guys want to check them out, head over to Knights of the Tempest on Facebook, Instagram. Facebook, Knights of the Tempest, and Instagram, that's that one. And Twitter at Knight Tempest. And they actually have a website, knightsofThetempest.com. So, which I'm sure they have a link to all that, I would thoroughly hope. So yeah, go check them out and do that thing. Wayne says in reference to the Fight Club cruise ship.
First rule.
Shh, first rule, yeah.
Damn it.
You don't talk about Cruise Fight Club.
I noticed there are a lot more of you guys here.
Someone's been breaking the first rule. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But, you know what we have more of? Slick Feed.
Where we geek on your week. Squared.
Even more. Even more. There wasn't much for interesting movie news.
Black
Some
Panther
old stuff.
came out.
Black Panther
blew up the box office.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a fantastic movie.
It actually surpassed expectations for what they were going to generate.
Yeah, and it's very much understandable. I mean, and the cool thing is, so we went into a theater, and I was sitting outside the theater. People were walking in. Their age group was like 18 to like 25. And they looked like assholes. I'm not like making a racist statement. Like everyone literally just looked like assholes. All of them. JP was one of them. Yeah, everyone walking in that theater looked like total assholes. But everyone was in silent awe. They commented quietly at the right parts. They laughed at the right parts. Except for one guy. There was one douchebag, but fuck that guy. Yeah, no, it was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Wakanda forever, man. DJ.
Oh, of course.
Very nice. So, yeah, no, it was absolutely fantastic. Go check it out. But other stuff.
I was like, yes? I'm hooked and baited.
Atari. Something that we all think died and then slowly comes back. Atari's like the zombie that won't go down. So Atari has recently decided they are going to step into the cryptocurrency realm.
Yep, all that craze. Gotta keep up with the kiddos.
They're going to be calling it the Atari token, which is awesome, honestly. I want them to make a physical one, and I want to own that. Yeah. Anyways, so since the announcement of Atari's cryptocurrency, their stock doubled. It doubled from 40 cents to 80 cents.
Boom!
Rising up, man!
Sell now. Sell now.
Dude, if I'd have known they were going to drop that, I'd have bought 20 shares of Atari stock. Oh, I'd have $40.
I don't know. I would buy a lot more.
Yeah, no, I would probably drop $1,000. I mean, if
you
knew that was going to happen, they were like, "Oh, we're going to do this," I mean, like, $1,000.
But that they call insider trading, and you could get arrested for that.
Martha Stewart.
Unless you're Martha Stewart.
Have you seen that new commercial on Hulu with Martha Stewart?
Mm-mm.
Where she's fighting Jack in the Box. She rips his nose off.
Is it a Jack in the Box commercial?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I haven't seen it. I will look it up.
It's a little weird. Lucky fucker. Who's a lucky fucker? 3 people. When I went, it was so quiet. Oh, nice. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, but
For
you saw
Black
it.
Panther.
He saw it in the so early.
Yeah, you saw it 9 o'clock in the morning, I thought.
Yeah, you daytime Black Panther. I was just like, cool.
It doesn't even work. It doesn't even work. You see a superhero movie in the morning. Ridiculous.
Wait, are you counting
No.
you and your girlfriend as
Brandy.
the 3? I don't know what's their name, but
3 people when I went. Oh, yeah, it might be. So there's just one other person. That's
he's
fair.
probably there to sleep. No one's here at night. Just like when we saw Dunkirk.
Yes. Yeah, that was nice. That's a fantastic movie as well. Go see Dunkirk. Or rent it. Or own it. Get it. Put it through your eyeballs. Not physically.
Takes some getting used to with the time skipping. But
yeah.
once you know that he's doing it, you're just like, oh, okay, now I'm tracking.
Yeah, I know what's going on. But it's well worth it once you figure it out. It's not like Memento-y by any means, but it definitely, there is some skipping back and forth. But anyways, yes. So Atari stock doubled, and I think they were just playing on top of what Kodak had done recently. Kodak had planned to do the same thing, but after announcing and then delaying the release of their cryptocurrency, their stock jumped from $3 to $10, then back down to $6, and it has been slowly falling ever since.
Now that is $3, $10. Oh my god, you'd make so much money right there.
Oh yeah, no, that's significant.
But
if you had a massive amount of Kodak stock,
is Kodak still relevant in this world, this day and age?
I mean, with people, the most I see is people buying those Polaroid, little mini cameras.
Oh, just for the nostalgia.
Yeah, and then the lower end DSLRs that people do buy. It does happen. It happens.
We've been to a couple cons, but I've seen 1 or 2 people. I've heard it reeling up, and I just can't help but smile. Shh, shh, shh. I was like, who's got old nostalgia, right?
Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, we have gotten those wind-up cameras every once in a while, but usually it's the underwater ones.
No, because then it's the weird. What's on this thing?
Oh.
you find it and you're just like, what is
Dude,
that?
I found one that was from my high school year that I got developed
There you go.
from 3 years ago. That was crazy. And all the photos, half of them were creepy and overexposed, and it was super strange looking.
They're time capsules of pre-Facebook.
Yeah, they are. It's absolutely cool, man.
Because I remember scanning photos for MySpace.
Yep. Totally did that. Oh, nice. Tara says they're going to go see Dunkirk tomorrow night. It's bad at the Dollar Theater, I would assume.
One on Academy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only one.
I don't know if it wouldn't surprise me if there was another Dollar Theater here.
Yeah. I hope it's... I hope it's they have either updated their speakers or something, because the sound really is a major part of that movie. So But yeah, no, it's pretty awesome. I'm excited for you. But yes, so cryptocurrency. I think Slick needs to start one now. The Slickto-currency. It'll be
A Slokin.
yeah, yep.
It sounds like a Pokemon.
Our stock is gonna drop, or is gonna jump from not publicly traded to nothing.
What's times 0?
How do you times by 0? You can't. Don't do it. Anyways, speaking of zeroing stock, Lucasfilms is looking for another publisher other than EA.
Yeah, I don't know why. Have they been doing bad stuff? I hadn't heard.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I think it has something to do with really shitty games.
Yeah.
Um,
And like closing down studios because their Star Wars single player story is too linear. Which
Yeah.
I'm just like, isn't that what a single player story is?
What are you expecting? Oh, yeah.
You can't market that. You won't make that much of a profit about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's just stupid. That's stupid. That's what it really comes down to. Yeah, so Lucasfilms is looking for a different publisher than EA, realizing that they basically screwed up Battlefront 2. I mean, it was... That MMO type of Star Wars game was the shit when it came out, when it first started coming out, and then EA's just slowly been destroying it ever since.
They're talking about like games as a service now, or I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's like we can make money, but we can make much more money if we do microtransactions.
Which
because
is
like
so stupid.
earnings reports from Activision and Ubisoft saying like Activision, I think they made $4 billion off microtransactions alone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but the thing is like a lot of these games, when you're doing the microtransactions, it's not in-game beneficial. So you're not chasing off the people who want to do.
could be if it's Battlefront 2.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the other ones, like the other games, like Overwatch, for example. Nothing you get gives you an advantage over other players.
Yeah, but
unless, for say, you have a Reinhardt that's green and a Reaper that's blue, it'll look like one fucking character to me. But
the way you look to most people is how some people enjoy their games.
I know, which is fine to me. But when you have something so aggressive that literally you can pay to win the whole goddamn game,
EA just fucked it up for everybody else.
Yeah,
like,
that's what they did.
So now the gaming industry is in a weird spot where they have to make another ESA. Is it the electronic boarding or gaming commission, like where they have the ESRB system now?
Yeah.
Came from like they need to start regulating themselves about loot boxes, or what's happening now. Other governments are getting involved and are going to start regulating them.
Yes.
Because EA overstepped their bounds with this one, and people lit it up, and then it became big in the media.
And then they realized, oh, this is breaking laws, actually.
Yep.
Huh. Weird. Underage gambling. That's strange.
It's not gambling. It's not gambling. It's gambling-like. It's going to be called its own thing called loot box.
It would have to be. I mean, that's the broad spectrum of it. That's the issue, is that people are seeing it as direct gambling. But it's not.
But they employ the same like psychologists that casinos use. The same tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Everything the same. You just call it a different name.
Yeah. That's what they should have done. Anyways, so they might be stepping out at this point. So we'll see what's going on from this point forward. I don't know. I want them to do well, not EA, but Lucasfilms. Anything Star Wars, I want to do well.
That's why it confused me so much that they can close down their gaming division.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, Lucasfilm is closing down their gaming division. I was like, why?
Yeah, I mean
that's so much money.
That's a major part of like Disney lore too. I wonder if that's part of it. Is it's hard to maintain the canon through video games.
You don't need to maintain canon. As soon as it hits multiplayer, it's already broken canon.
And that's what I'm wondering their problem is that Disney is, everything with them, Star Wars right now, has to be canonical. Or canonical.
Yep.
If you believe Bo, like 3 years ago. Yeah, but they're very canonical right now. And so if it's going multiplayer like that, it destroys it. So I don't know. That's why I'm not sure. It's like they should have kept it as far as I'm concerned. So it's just me hypothesizing. But anyways, other things I do want, that includes a Nintendo Switch. So bad. I mean, okay. Well, let me pull up a list right now.
Are you Googling how many times he said Nintendo Switch over Slick Radio?
Yeah, right. At this point, I should. Okay, so games I want for Switch, we have the new Zelda. I heard Splatoon is pretty awesome. I don't really have an interest in that. We got Super Mario Odyssey. You have what else? We were talking about this the other night. I can't remember it. The new Mario Kart is badass. I do want that. As long as it doesn't have Rainbow Road, because right now I don't think Hannah doesn't like playing any games against me. That's what I've come to learn.
Bayonetta 1 and 2, the remaster.
Yes.
And then Bayonetta 3 is exclusive for... I think it might be timed exclusive for the Switch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They ported that.
Steve?
That's the second game on there. Yooka-Laylee.
Not heard of it.
It's the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh!
And it apparently was pretty shitty. Pretty shitty, and I don't know why they decided to port it to... Well, I guess money reasons. I know why they decided to port it.
Yeah, money. Money is always the thing. But anyways, with all those games coming out, I definitely have an interest in it. Definitely along with that new Pokemon game we talked about last week. That looks fucking awesome. But did we talk about that, or did you find out about that after the show?
I think it was after the show.
No, we might not have talked about that. They are doing a first-person fighter Pokemon game. Well, in talks about. I saw gameplay, so it's happening.
I mean, they don't have one for the Switch just yet. There's
Just
no
yet.
Pokemon game.
Yeah.
So
it's logical.
Yeah,
And we saw gameplay. We watched gameplay and it looked freaking awesome. So that could be coming. But in addition to that, it could be getting a new Super Smash Brothers.
Well, they don't know because it's like a leaked information from, like a semi-reliable leak, where they're saying it's like, oh yeah, by the way, there could be a new Smash Brothers coming out, or whether or not it's like a remaster of Melee or something new. The leaker doesn't know.
Yep.
So it's like, but they're going to make an announcement this year, probably like at E3.
Okay. I want it to happen. I want it to happen, and I want to Switch. These are things that are going to occur. I just want everyone to know. And I'm going to get a new TV, and that's going to be awesome too, because I like tax season.
4K?
Huh?
Or 4K?
4K, maybe a 65-inch. Yeah, it's going to be big.
What's the TV downstairs?
43. So, like, 20 inches bigger.
I want to be in the movie.
Yes. When I play my games, I don't want to see wall.
I want to actually use my peripheral vision before I lose it to glaucoma. What?
Exactly. And you know what's going to look great on that? A Switch. I
think it barely does 1080.
Well, most of the 4K is upconvert now, so still look great. I mean, 1080 still looks great on the 4K TVs.
Yeah, but everything on the console-wise is still locked at 30 FPS.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I mean, if it upconverts, a little, it still makes it look nicer. It's like when you dump an old DVD into our PlayStations, it upconverts it to 1080p, one way or the other. You don't see the 480 or the 720. So, I mean, I'm still excited, and it's going to look fucking awesome, and it'll be really nice to see my blacks. That's not racist. I mean, like, the blacks on the TV. The black colors! Yeah, it's just, because we got that older TV, so it's an LCD LED, so the blacks aren't as vibrant as I'd like them to be. So
I think mine's like OLED, LED, OLED,
OLED. I wish I could get an OLED, but those are like $3,000.
and mine's on OLED.
Yeah, OLEDs. Those are the ones that are like that thick.
Yeah, I remember the first OLEDs that were around. I was at Best Buy. I was like, "Oh, what's this?" Like, "Oh, that's our new OLED like TV." And I was standing like 3 feet away from it, and I was like, "Ah, God, it's so hot."
Yes.
The heat.
Yes. Yeah, that's very much.
If I'm standing in the sun, my wax wings are burning.
Yeah. Right, Tara? Game of Thrones will be awesome on new TV. Exactly. So that's our aim. Really, that when we were talking about it, we were between the 55 and the 65, as we still kind of are. But Hannah was like, Game of Thrones would look fantastic on a 65-inch. Less devious than I just made it look. But
your sound system is going to keep up with that then?
Well, we have the Bose sound system. So, honestly, what it needs is just some silicone pads on the bottom of it so it doesn't vibrate the floor. Yeah. Or I need to not have something sitting on it.
Mm-hmm. Cat?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not worried about the sound system. I'd like a new receiver, but not that big of a deal. So, yes, I'm excited. 55 inches too small. It's not that it's too small. It's just that 65s are getting cheaper now.
Yeah, and then that's less stuff you have to hang up because it's taking so much space.
Exactly. Granted, I have those picture frames and shit around it, so I'll end up having to move those up. Or the TV will come down lower. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out as I go.
Yeah, because at my sister's house, I helped my brother-in-law install like his TV, and my sister loves like hideaway furniture, and like you could press a button on the side of the thing, and the TV would come up out of the furniture.
That's cool. I've seen those in like bed frames.
But most of the time, she just leaves it up because it takes a while for it to
like I'll watch this someday. DJ says Deals Kinja has deals on OLED every once in a while. Yeah, but like what kind of deals though? I gotta be honest. I'd really like to stand to $1,000 for a TV. I don't want to drop more than that. I mean,
refurbs, eh?
Well, honestly, we got the refurb Bravia down there like 8 years ago, and it's been kicking ass ever since. I mean, the only reason I want to get a new one,
it's just like a crapshoot. You're just like, rolling the dice on it.
Yeah,
it's like it could last you a year, could last you 8.
Yeah, exactly. I mean that. Don't get me wrong. Let's see. While they last, 55-inch shows $1,100. 65 is going for $1,800. I mean, that's awesome.
But Bo could use a new bed with that.
Yeah, I could get a new bed for that price. That could be part of a switch. That could be 2 switches.
Several switches.
Actually, with the money that I could get a 65-inch for, the cheapest LED is $1,800. Yeah, exactly. And the cheapest you can get that I've seen the LEDs for, not counting like the shitty store brand like Element and shit, like an LG or a Samsung, they're usually sitting around $900. So like $800 to $1,200, which is not too bad. I don't want to go to $1,200, but
it's more energy efficient, right? The OLED.
Oh yeah, massively efficient, way more beautiful. I mean, those colors are stupid fucking vibrant.
Yeah.
But
last year at CES there was an 8K TV there.
Yeah.
I was like, why do we not even at? There's nothing broadcasting at 4K at the time.
I don't know if you remember when they dropped 4K in the U.S. Japan was already doing 8K.
Yeah, Japan's always been ahead.
Always.
Like, our phones right now, fucking crap.
I know, right? Like you go to Japan with this, you're like, stupid.
They probably have like Saiyan visors.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they'd be laughing their ass at me. 1, I'd look like a giant, as JP would say. 2, I have an ancient phone, and 3, I would be absolutely enamored with everything kawaii. Anyways, that's just me. But yes, so I'll be getting a new TV. That's for damn sure. Let's see, where are we at?
Moon boots.
Moon boots? Is that what you're getting?
It's like, guys, look at it. It's like Brian will have his like hoverboard, and I'll just be on my moon boots, just springing along.
Hell yes. Liz says she had to leave it up because his TV is too thin to mount on the hideaway frame.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I don't know. It's just those new OLEDs. You can literally put them inside a picture frame.
They're so light now.
I know.
Compared to like the tube TVs.
When no one was watching at Walmart, I picked it up. I could not stop myself because it was actually sitting on the stand, and it was just like, I was like, this is like 2 beer bottles. 2 full beer bottles. But, you know.
It's insane because like you would see like old entertainment systems. You had the shitty particle board and a tube TV sitting on it. It's like, is that okay? It's like, no, just put some CDs underneath it.
Yep.
So like,
I can make this work. Well, that's the TV downstairs. Have you ever paid attention to the entertainment center? A little bit of a bow to it. Because that TV's a bit heavier. DJ says, Vizio has come a long way. CNET rates them high for quality picture value. P-Series is one of the higher models, starts at $1,300 for a new one. Yeah, I don't know. Matt's been running his Vizio, and he's happy with it. It's just, I've never had a problem with LG, Samsung, or Sony as far as their electronic products.
Yep.
So, except for the PlayStation 3, but that's its own thing.
You had a problem with? You had an issue with your PS3?
No. I didn't have one. It was, and it wasn't that I didn't have one. I didn't like it. Chris had one. We tried playing on it. It had overheated a few times. The hard drive was...
This is the Fat Boys?
Lackluster. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I never played on one of the Slims. So it was...
Night and day difference on those.
Yeah.
And then, like, if it's first gen, I never get anything first gen. Because things always fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Liz says they probably have neural integration on their phones now in Japan. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And then Eddie, I remember when my TV with a VCR and combo DVD player was a big deal. Dude, I had that. I had mine until probably like 2007 or 8.
Still at my parents' house.
Yeah, I love mine.
It's a 13-inch TV that had a VCR DVD combo.
I got my PlayStation 2 as a gift for my parents, and they got me that TV as well. It was so awesome. I remember sitting there. I had like a kind of a bay window in my room. Not like a really big one, but like, you know,
just a little
window wide. My TV was there. My PlayStation was right next to it. I'd be looking outside, sitting on my bed, just playing Grand Theft Auto. Those are good memories. Or Medal of Honor.
Nice.
Yeah, man. It's good stuff.
They're not around anymore.
Yeah. Eddie... Oh, sorry. That was Liz that said that. Eddie says, I still have my tube TV in his guest room. That's fantastic.
Any takers must be able to lift 200 pounds.
Dude, I had a 20... No, it was like a 30-inch. A 30-inch tube TV downstairs for a little while. That thing weighed so much. This was before I had like furniture really, but I had a toolbox. It sat on my toolbox.
The only thing strong enough to support it.
It really was, and it left dents on it. If you pick up the wood board that's on it right now, there is dents, like TV stand dents in it. It's freaking hilarious. Wayne says, all about the refresh mate. 120 minimum. 240 is what you really want. It is true. But most of the 4Ks, I think, are 240. I don't think they go under 240, do they?
Not anymore, no.
At least the few I've looked at weren't under 240.
Yeah. I was going to say, I was like, they're usually stuck at... It's like, yeah, you got a 4K TV, but we're running at 60.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get to see everything, even the jerkiness of the picture. Liz says, wanted to hang art in our guest room, and Brad decided a little 40-inch TV would still suit the wall better. That's fair. I mean, when you go to a hotel, when you're done with your day, what do you really enjoy? Laying down and watching TV and not just staring at the artwork, unless maybe you're like tripping on LSD or acid or something.
Watching Avatar on a Fire tablet.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been nice. I need that. How much did that cost you?
What?
Avatar?
Tablet?
No, Avatar.
Depending on the season.
You bought each season separately? I was trying to find like a box set of it. I couldn't.
like it's digital. So it's. I don't think that there may be that could be a thing, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just like, just go buy these because I want them.
Walmart 4K Samsung. Yeah, because we were cruising at Walmart the other day, and let's see, 60 to 69. What? Woo, $5,000 for that one. The hell is Spectre? You ever heard of Spectre?
You can't talk about it.
Yeah. So I mean, here's like this Samsung. It's the 65-inch. It's for $1,100. I mean, it's not too bad. It's a nice TV. But let's see. And what is it? 1,100. What does that come with?
I see how curved TVs went away.
120 hertz. They still have them, but it's so stupid. I don't understand why people do that shit.
They want to sit as close as possible and still.
So dumb. It's like a curved TV only works if one, it's stupid massive, like an 80-inch TV, like the Slow-Mo brothers have on YouTube.
Movie.
Or you're at a movie. But either way, I mean, as soon as you change like angles in your room, suddenly your picture starts squishing, and people's faces look stupid. So it's dumb, stupid dumb. So. Honestly, 120 hertz would be fine for me, Wayne. I mean, that's what it is downstairs, and I don't notice any frame issues. So, and you go to get that soap opera effect if you don't turn off motion blur. Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah, that weird fuzziness. Yeah. It's like they smeared Vaseline on the cameras right before shooting.
Yeah, awkward. Super awkward. I'll shoot this going. But yeah, definitely want a TV. I mean, there's so many options right now. I know. I'm between 55 and 65. That's my thing right now. 65 will look stupid big on that fucking wall.
Get them both and just mount the 65.
Just a little higher
55.
Up. I'll just have it super zoomed in. Like whenever boobs or penises popped up, and like for anyone in the living room, they're
using like
super zoom in.
Extended screens, you're just like running your mouse over. It's like, hold on, I'm making the next.
This is good. At that point, you kind of have to get the old ball mice, and you just.
Yeah. A laser mouse. You just point it at the screen.
Yeah.
Click.
Yeah. Eddie says, I don't know if it's just me, but I believe that there should be a movement to redo Avatar: Last Airbender live action film, not the James Cameron Avatar.
They should just make a miniseries out of it if they really wanted to. I don't think a movie.
It won't do it justice.
There's so much information and so much like build up that you need.
Yeah, and really 3 movies wouldn't do it well. You need, like JP says,
even if you did like a 6-hour, 6-episode, hour-long miniseries,
like a made-for-TV kind of movie. Yeah, I mean you could make it work. You'd cut a lot of crap out and still piss people off, but at least it would feel more true to the art.
Yeah, because on Netflix, February 17th, in the U.S., they just released Full Metal Alchemist live action.
Oh, yeah, you were just telling me earlier you were watching it.
I was watching it, and I was like, oh my god, they're missing so many parts. I was like, why is this... Like, I still like it. I'm liking what I've seen so far, but I'm just like... Objectively, is like, if I didn't know anything about Full Metal Alchemist and I started watching it, I was like, where the fuck? Why is this...
What's going on? Yeah, I don't know. I'll definitely check it out. I'll probably end up watching it with Hannah, and she'll just be lost as all hell because she's never seen FMA.
Yeah, because when they say people's names before they appear on screen, and I already know who that person is. And I was just like, oh, cool. And it's like, why are they seeing that guy?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Do what they can. They can do what they can, I guess. As long as it's
not whitewashed, so that's a plus.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen the...
Ghost in the Shell? Nope. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't either. I mean, it's Scarlett Johansson, but I'm still worried about how bad it's going to be. That I don't know. She's basically wearing a nude bodysuit, and I'm like, and I still haven't seen it. But I don't have a huge interest to.
Nope.
Just super strange for me. The stills are fine enough on Google. I mean, at least Google exists. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so we can only hope what we can to get out of, Hollywood and foreign Hollywood, whatever that's called. Is there foreign Hollywood? I mean, like a name in Japan.
Bollywood?
Not like Bollywood, but like what's it called in Japan? Jollywood?
I don't know.
Huh. Curious. If anyone knows, answer that question in the chat. Because as of now, that's it for the show. So we want to make sure we remind you guys to go get your Hangins today. That's Hangins, Hanginz. It's $5.99 with free shipping. Go to our website, solikeyouknow.com, click on the link, and get yours today. Anyways, thanks for listening. Don't forget we put out new episodes every Thursday at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time right here on Spreaker.com/SLYK Radio.
Have any empty space on your iPhone or Android phone and dying to fill it up? Just download the Spreaker app and subscribe to our podcast and stream us, or on Smart Radio. New shows every Thursday, but I don't read that far too often.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's all right. So, like is not responsible for anything ever.
Produced by Slick Solutions somewhere in Colorado.
And so, like is completely weightless.
Like your opinion.
Just kidding.
We care.
But your government doesn't. Don't forget that. We love you guys. Have an excellent evening. Have a great week. And do stuff with the information we gave you, whatever that may be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Watch those links.
If you ever masturbated to our photos, will you get us a Valentine's Day gift? Don't forget. We love you. Have a great evening.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.